Hey guys, it's Jack here from I Collect Apple, and today I am unboxing the brand new 2018 iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch model, it's a 256 gig, it's space grey, and it is the Wi-Fi Plus LTE model. This new iPad Pro is the biggest redesign the iPad has ever had. It's an iPhone X style redesign, so it's lost the home button and Touch ID, instead being replaced with swipe gestures and Face ID. So the first time I've personally gone for the 12.9-inch model, and so far I'm really loving it. The reason I went for the 12.9 is because they've shrunk the bezels considerably, so for the first time it's in a more manageable form factor, and you get that extra screen real estate, and I thought I'd go for it, having previously had the 9.7 and the 10.5-inch Pro. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's also my first LTE iPad, which is really cool. I love having the data wherever I go, just being able to turn it on. So yeah, overall, very happy with this purchase, but let's get on with the unboxing. For the first time on an iPad, they've added this little pull tab, so it's a lot easier to get the plastic off the box. You don't have to get a knife or anything to cut into it. Just like the iPhone, you can now pull to break the seal on the plastic. So if we pull that off, we'll be able to get into the iPad box. This iPad Pro does also come in a silver finish. Both of them have a black front. I went for the space grey, despite not being the biggest fan of the grey colours normally, because I find the silver a little bit dull, and the grey stands out a little bit more in my opinion. Having said that, I've become a bit more appreciative of the silver, seeing it on display in stores since having the grey model. At the time I really couldn't see the appeal of it, and now I kind of like both, but I'm still happy with the grey. I really like it. It's really sleek and really modern looking. So if we lift the iPad out of the box, the first thing I notice is how thin it is. This is 5.9 millimeters thick. It's the thinnest iOS device ever. The only product Apple has ever shipped that is actually thinner than this is the 7th generation iPod Nano. So this is crazy thin. Technically the Nano wasn't running iOS, but I guess it's the second thinnest iDevice ever. Okay, so in the box here we do have our new charging setup, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Let's take a look at the documentation that came in the box. So if we pull out of this little envelope, we should have the usual bits and bobs. So we have our iPad Pro sort of quick start guide, and this tells us about Face ID and the new gestures. So obviously a lot has changed here. If you've got an iPhone X, XS or XR, nothing too weird here, but you may be new to all this, so it's all explained in this little booklet. You've got your warranty and important product information, the boring stuff. Because this is an LTE iPad, we get a SIM eject tool. First time I've ever had one of these in an iPad box, so pretty cool for me, but nothing special there. And also, do not fear, we do have 2 Apple stickers in the box as well, of course. No product would be complete without them. So yeah, another big change of this iPad Pro is it has moved from Lightning to USB-C for more versatility in terms of connections and things like that. So in the box we do have a USB-C cable, a bit like the one that's been included with Macs since the 12-inch MacBook in 2015. It's only a 1 meter cable, which is a little disappointing. It is a bit ridiculous having this laptop size and style device and then this tiny little cable for it. I'm sort of using this as a secondary travel charger because I do have the normal 2 meter cable that came with my MacBook Pro, which I'm also using for this. We have a new power brick. This one in the UK very much resembles the one that's been included with the Apple Watch since day one. It's the folding pin design, which we don't normally have on our iPhone or iPad chargers, but of course with a USB-C connector. It's an 18 watt charger. Previously iPads have come with either a 12 or a 10 watt charger, so it's all new, and it will fast charge 2017 and newer iPhones when used with a Lightning to USB-C cable, which is really cool. And also, if you do plug this iPad Pro into a MacBook charger, MacBook Pro, USB-C charger, this will fast charge, and wow, it charges very fast. I believe it can draw up to 45 watts, and the battery life itself is amazing anyway. Cool thing to note here, as I just saw there, on the packaging or the protective plastic of this device, as with the new Apple Pencil as well, we do have Apple's new corporate address written there, which is a nice little touch. Nothing too exciting, but for nerds like me, that's a cool little thing. So as I get the plastic off, I'm presented with the new design of the iPad Pro, and I can quite clearly see the new smart connector relocated to the back. There's lots of antenna lines on this thing. If you have the Wi-Fi only version, you just get one at the top on the back. If you get the cell version, you get a second set at the bottom of the device, and the lines also go over the edges on the cellular versions as well. So if I boot it up for the first time, I'm greeted with that massive 12.9-inch liquid retina display that goes almost all the way up to the edges, and has the rounded corners just like the iPhone 10 and the Apple Watch. We can see the 4 speakers, 2 in each corner, and that USB-C port down the bottom there. I'm really excited to be using this device. I'm gonna use it as primarily a portable computer, believe it or not, but it's mostly designed in my mind to replace my MacBook Pro. I'm going to see how I get on using this in conjunction with my iMac. So we will see how it goes. I mean, the A12X chip in this is more than powerful enough, but we'll see what limitations iOS has and how I get on with that. So I do intend to be doing a full review of this device. I really hope to have that up in the coming weeks, and I'm also going to be doing unboxings of the new pencil and the new Smart Folio keyboard case. So check those out on my channel very soon. As always, you can find me at iCollectApple on YouTube. You can go to my website, which is blueinkcode.com, and you can also find me hosting the Blue Ink Show, which is a podcast which airs every other Tuesday. You can get that on Apple Podcasts or in Overcast or your favorite podcast player. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.